to do these things instead of the United Nations doing them. And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them.
President Trump blasting the UN during his speech at the General Assembly today. Trump called out the world body, saying it did not help end wars and that the U.S. didn't get any support from world leaders. The president spoke about his America First agenda and outlined his claimed successes in ending conflicts around the world. Thanks for sticking with us here for Fox 40 News at 4:30. I'm Riley Carroll. Fox 40 contributor Kristen Eskow recaps the president's message to the world leaders gathered in New York City.
Today, the president is meeting one-on-one with leaders from all over the world, but that didn't stop him from blasting some of their policies.
The crisis of uncontrolled migration, it's uncontrolled. Your countries are being ruined.
Standing before dozens of world leaders at the United Nations headquarters, President Trump didn't hold back in his criticism of their immigration policies and use of renewable energy.
If you don't get away from this green scam, your country is going to fail.
The president came down hard on the United Nations in particular, saying the UN isn't doing enough to end conflicts around the world.
All they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up. It's empty words, and empty words don't solve war.
Amid his mission to end the war between Russia and Ukraine, President Trump took the opportunity to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. During his address, President Trump called on members of NATO to stop buying Russian oil, saying they're funding the war. The European Union president said she agrees.
President Trump is absolutely right. We're on it. We have reduced already massively the gas supply from Russia.
But the president's speech to the UN has received criticism from Democrats like Senator Chris Van Hollen, who said on X that the president, quote, embarrassed our country in front of the entire world. During his meeting with President Zelensky, President Trump told reporters he believes NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace. Now, despite his criticism of the UN today, the president told the UN Secretary General that the U.S. stands behind the UN 100%. In Washington, I'm Kristen Eskow.
As the president was